of hanging chads and the prevalence of online voting for trivial things such as American Idol, do you think that internet voting could possibly work in a presidential election?
I've often been known to obfuscate when asked questions on table topics, and I'm actually not going to do that here. I do think that internet voting could work. It's worked widely in several instances, including for all-star voting for many sports leagues, but I don't think that people should get 25 votes, as you do for the all-star game. And I don't think that we should allow internet voting for people from other countries. For example, you get many Japanese all-stars who are voted in as baseball all-stars and get the most votes now, although I think Ichiro is deserving for that many votes. But he gets voted for by all of Japan. But I do think that it's a real problem that people don't vote these days. I work on a campaign, and it's a big debate among campaign workers on who is more annoying, voters or volunteers. Because the volunteers want to do what they want to do, and the voters don't care. I think it's a real tragedy that fewer than 50% of our population votes these days, and that the vast majority of young people these days don't vote. Yeah, sure, they might make a YouTube video of a snowman and send that in to the presidential debate as they did recently. That was a very good question about global warming. But when it comes to actually turning out at the ballot box, young people hardly ever do that these days. You get people all fired up. Every 4 years, it turns out, you have all the rock stars and pop stars and movie actors going out there and saying, the young people are going to vote. And if they did, it would really change the entire nature of the election. But young people have turned out in decreasing numbers ever since the 60s. And it's a real shame because so many issues these days affect younger people. People in our 20s are afraid that Social Security won't be around when it comes time for us to retire. Universal health care is a problem. We don't have universal health care right now, and that affects the greatest number of people that affects is younger people who are just starting out on jobs. So young people really need to step up and vote and be noticed by their politicians. So yeah, if anything we can do to help that. So if that takes voting on the internet, if that takes allowing people to have anti-poll taxes, so you get some kind of benefit from voting. If you get a free ice cream cone when you have an I voted today sticker, anything it takes to help anybody vote, I'm in favor of. This is Tabletop Professor.